I think the network is not really doing me well this evening. I'm not enjoying this video because I can't feel anybody online. So if you are still online, please join me and let's finish what we started together. Let's finish what we started together. Please come online back and let me know that you're online. Please come online back. Come online back. If you're online, please join me. Okay, I think I have 2 people online now. Okay, sorry for the break in transmission. Oh, good evening, Mr. Victor. It's good to have you here. We've started this for a while now. This evening we've started already, and we are talking about how we can manage our contacts online and offline. I explained that our contacts are the people that we know, those people that we met during the journey of our life. Thank you, Mr. Victor. Those people that we met during the journey of our life, those people we met at work, in our neighborhood, in our various worship centers, where we live, in our children's school, everywhere you can think of, people that we meet on daily basis. Those are our contacts. Good evening, Mr. or Mrs. Israel. It should be Mr. Israel. Thank you for joining me. And I explained that we have 2 categories of contacts, or we have 2 ways by which we hold our contacts. We hold some contacts online and we hold some contacts offline. Our offline contacts are the people that we just know apart from the social media circle. People that we know outside social media. People that we relate with outside social media. Before social media came into place, we have been interacting, we have been relating with one another. And so we will not say just because social media is now on, every of our life is on social media. We still have people that we relate with outside our social media. You cannot tell me that you relate with your boss or your colleague on social media alone. Some of them are not even on your social media accounts. So that means we have 2 ways of keeping our contacts. Either we keep them online and we keep them offline. Now, I mentioned that there are some rules that we need to observe while we are trying to manage our contacts, either offline or online. I've mentioned 3, and quickly I will run over the 3 again. I have 10 here. I said the first thing is that don't get too close or too familiar with people. Now, when I say don't get too close or too familiar, when I'm talking about your contacts here, I'm not talking about your immediate family. I'm not talking about your mom or your dad or your wife or your husband or your children. Those are not your contacts. Those ones are your family. They are your blood. I'm talking about people that you meet outside or on daily basis. On people you meet on the road, people you meet on your job, people you meet in your worship center, people you meet all around in your neighborhood, your neighbor, people that live around you, people that you do business with, your customers, people that buy from you, people that you sell to, your suppliers. Those are what I mean by contact. So don't get it mixed up. Your contact is not your family. I'm talking about people that you meet on daily basis. Now, I said number 1, don't get too close to them. Give them some space. Don't get too clingy. Don't be all over them. Today you call them, tomorrow you call them again, day after tomorrow you call them for what? I just say I should greet you. I just say how are you? How is everything? Why are you greeting them every day? Why? Today is a table shaking evening. Oh, everybody, is a table shaking evening. So if your table is broken, please kindly take it to the carpenter and repair it. I have 10 points here, and I know some of us, we are guilty of all those things. Yes, network. I'm very sorry, it's network. Please just say I or hello if you can see and watch and hear me clearly. And please, if you are getting value from this video, please press the share button. Share with your friends. This is something that is very, very important we are discussing tonight. How you can manage your contact online and offline. I said number 1, don't be too familiar. Don't throw yourself on them. Don't be all over them. Today, good morning, sir. I just said I should greet you. And tomorrow, good evening, sir. How is your family? What is it? What are you looking for, sir? What is it? Don't get too familiar with people. Someone said too much of familiarity attracts insults. Yes. When you're too familiar with someone, there is every likelihood that you will overstay your welcome one day. And they will get tired of you. They will be trying to avoid you because you are just all over them. Good evening, Mrs. Patient. Thank you for joining us. That is rule number 1. Rule number 2, I say, get the consent of people before you call them, especially this social media age, especially WhatsApp call and Facebook call. Please don't just barge into people and start calling them without their consent, without their approval. You just pick your phone and the next thing is you are doing a video call with someone. For what? You did not even notify them. You don't even know whether they are somewhere they cannot pick your call. You don't even know whether they are with their spouses, their husband or their wife or their family. You don't even know what's up with them. The next thing is just you pick your phone and you start calling them. Madam, for what? Except it's emergency. And I have said it this evening that I have excluded family in my discussion tonight. I'm not talking about your family. I'm not talking about, you can call your husband anytime. You can call your wife anytime. You can call your children anytime. You can call your mom anytime. I'm not talking about all those ones. I'm talking about far relationship, your contact with people outside your family. That is what I'm talking about this evening. Get people's consent before you call them, please. It is important. If you need to call someone, that is what I do. I send a message. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Mr. Emmanuel. Thank you for joining me. Please say hi or hello. Please share this video with your friends. It is something that is very sensitive and we all need to learn from. If I need to call someone, for instance, what I do is I send a chat. Good evening, sir. How are you today? Hope your day is going on well. I would like to speak with you. Please let me know when I can call you, or let me know when it is convenient for you to receive call. Thank you. And they will reply you back. Good evening, Adiola. Oh, you can call me by 4 p.m. this evening. I will be available to receive your call. Thank you. And you can call them at that time. Don't just pick up your phone and start calling people. You don't even know their schedule, except it is emergency. If you are trying to get an information from them, or you need their help for something, don't just barge into them. It is rude. That is number 2. Number 3 is, don't call people only when you need your financial help or other assistance. Call them from time to time to check on them. Hello, good evening, sir. I'm just trying to check on you. Hope you're fine. How is your family? Remember that I say you should not make your call too often, or you're checking on them too often. Don't go and be checking on them every week, every day. You can do this maybe once in a month, or twice in a month. Twice in a month is too much. Once in 2 months or once in a month. Maybe it's your former client and you just want to say hi to him. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma. Good evening, madam. How are you and your family? I am just checking on you. Hope you're fine. Have a nice day. And that is all. Don't start any unnecessary talk except they initiate the conversation. Oh, good evening, Hadiola. How are you doing? How are you finding your new job? Hope you are coping very well. Oh, good evening, madam. Thank you. I'm doing fine on the new job. I'm trying to learn and I'm trying to stabilize myself. Thank you very much for your concern. As simple as that. Don't start any unnecessary talk. You will overstay your welcome and you will lose value. When you are too much familiar with people, you are gradually losing value. Thank you. That is number 3. Number 4. I said don't spam people. This is where the table is going to break. Ayodeji, it is when the table wants to break that you came in. You are not a bastard. Ayodeji came into my inbox and was saying, yeah, please, Diola, don't break the table. Don't break. I said, what is your own? Is it your table? Let me break it. Let's scatter the table. So this is where the table is going to break. Don't spam people. Hello, can you type in the comment section? Don't spam people. S-P-A-M. Don't spam people. A whole lot of us, we are guilty of this. And that is what we do most times. What is the meaning of spam? Spam is unsolicited messages or chats. Unsolicited messages or chats. You know them now. Forward to 5 people or forward to 20 people. If you don't want to die tomorrow, you know all those kind of messages you send now. You know them. It is wrong and it is very, very unprofessional. It is very, very rude of you to be sending that kind of messages to people up and down. I am not smiling this evening. Okay, let me smile small. Now, let me read something to you here. Just listen, oh, for those of you that are online, just listen to what I want to read. Oh. I know some of us, we were actually guilty of this, because when this thing was trending, a lot of people were sending to me. And you know, at times when I see some people send some things, I wonder, where on earth, which school did they go to? Because you see, education is not just about going to school. Education is about learning, relearning, and unlearning. Education is not just about going to the university or to the polytechnic or going to the college. Education is about having common sense. You have not gone to the university to only study business administration. You have also gone to the university to study sense. So please, let us have some sense when we are managing our contact. Now listen to what I want to read. I actually got another friend request from you, which I ignore. So you may want to check your accounts. Hold your finger on the message. I know you already know what I'm trying to say now. You know this message now. This time that this message was trending, you know it now. Hold your finger on the message until the forward button appear. Then hit forward and send to all the people you know. I hope you do, because I have sent it to people individually. Please do not accept a new friendship from me at this time. You know that message now, when it was trending. And people were sending up and down. Now, did you see any logic in this message? No. Let me tell you where there is no logic in this message and why there is no logic in this message. Now, listen to this. I actually got another friend request from you, which I ignore. Did you send a friend request to that person? No. So definitely this is just stupidity. You did not get a friend request from me. Somebody has just typed this thing in his house or in her house. And the person has started forwarding it to everybody. And the person is telling you. And you are gullible enough to also be sending it to people. You did not even bother to read the content, whether it makes sense or not. The next thing is for you to be sending. Send it to 20 people. Send it to all your contacts. And you start sending. Please, stop it. Type in the comment section. Stop it. Stop spamming people. Please. It is wrong. And it doesn't really speak well about who you are. It doesn't speak well about your personality. It doesn't speak well about your individuality. Most of us, we are guilty of that thing. When somebody is sending something to you for you to be forwarding to 20 people, you will not even read the content. The next thing is you start pressing forward and begin to spread to people. Begin to send rubbish. You begin to send a message that doesn't, a chat, a message that doesn't have sense. You begin to send it out to people. Please stop it. I have said it this evening that we are breaking table, we are shaking table. So if your table is broken, please, I'm sorry. You need to go and fix it. I'm sorry. But the truth is, it's not matured. How will somebody say, I actually got another friend request from you, when in the real sense of it, you did not get any friend request from that person? Does that make any sense? Does it make any sense to you? If I have to come out that time and tell people that, please, all these nonsense and jabberjantis messages that you people are sending up and down, I have to put it on my timeline. Please don't send it to my inbox again. If the university or the polytechnic or whichever school you have attended does not have any effect on you, that is your own problem. Please don't spam me. Don't send rubbish to my inbox. That is that about that. Let me read another one to you. That one is very common. That one is very common now. Sorry to ask you this question. Is Jesus really first in your life? Then if yes, then stop all what you are doing now and send this message to 100 people and see what Jesus will do for you tomorrow. Jesus loves you. And believe me, after 7 days, your wish will come to you. But if you ignore it, maybe you are listening. If you ignore it, you will be on your own for 7 years. What is the meaning of that? Who does that? You will be on your own for 7 years. For what? Excuse me. For what? How will you be telling people that if you don't send it to 7 people, you will die before tomorrow? What is the meaning of that? Somebody is sending it to you and you also send it to everybody. For what? Where did you keep your common sense? Where? So if someone is sending anything to you, take your time to check it very well. Does this thing make any sense? Before you start sending it to people, please stop spamming people. That is number 5. Amen? Am I communicating? Yes. Please say I if you're with me and let me know where you're watching from. I've talked about not spamming people. The next one is be cautious, especially when you are contacting someone for the first time. Someone just gave you his or her number. Someone just added you on Facebook. Someone just followed you on Instagram. And the next thing is for you to go to their DM and be typing, hello, dear. Does it make any sense? Hello, dear. Someone you've not even met before. Someone you did not even know. Someone you've not even seen before. The next thing is to go to their inbox and be typing, hello, sweetie. Hello, darling. Good evening, ma. Thank you for joining me. That's my mom. She's watching from London. Thank you, ma. You don't even know me. I don't know you. I've not seen you before. Why will you come to my inbox and be typing, hi, dear, hi, sweetie? It is wrong. It is wrong. It is not a good way of maintaining or managing your contacts. If somebody have just accepted your friend request and you want to show your appreciation, or you want to show that you are happy that they are now your friends. Good evening, Adiola. Thank you for accepting my friend request. I'm happy to be here with you. I look forward to a productive relationship with you. Cheers. Or have a nice day. Or enjoy the rest of your day. Or have a pleasant weekend. Simple. Why will you come to someone's inbox for the first time and you'll be saying, hello, dear? Now, it is not just for opposite sex. So it's not just for men to women. No. Some ladies do it too. You will go to another lady's inbox and be typing, good evening, dear. Who is your dear? My name is on my Facebook account. So you can easily say, good evening, Adiola. Don't even bother to put auntie because I did not carry auntie from heaven. I am Adiola. Good evening, Adiola. How are you today? Thank you for accepting my friend request. Or I am happy to be here as your friend, or something. Please, let's understand that our contact, the way we manage our contact is key to our life. Is key to our journey. You don't know who is who. You don't know who can be of help to you tomorrow. Don't spoil yourself because of all these simple things I am mentioning. Don't spoil your reputation. Don't spoil your image because you don't know what help they can do for you tomorrow. You don't know where you will meet them. You don't even know where your children will be tomorrow. So it is very important that anything we are doing, we apply some level of caution. We apply some level of decency, and we apply some courtesy. Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Godwin Owobu. Thank you for joining us. Having said that, so this is the last one now. Apart from storing your contact on your phone, apart from storing your contacts on your phone, Mercy, boss, keep shaking table. Let's shake this table. Anybody that is on the table should sit very well. If you're on the table, please sit well. If your table gets broken, take it to the competent tomorrow. Let them fix it for you. If they cannot fix it, go and buy another table. So, I said, apart from storing your contact on your phone, now you can also make use of your diary. Things happen. You might lost your phone. You might lost your data on your phone. Your phone can get crashed. A lot of things can happen to your phone. So it is still part of managing your contact. It's still part of the skills of managing your contact. Try and get a small diary. I know in Nigeria, diary should not be more than 500. Or a small jotter, all these O1B jotter that they used to give you. I know it might be it might be a lot of work for us to do, but it is actually very good. Because at times your phone is not available. At times your Gmail, your email, your Yahoo, your blah blah blah, they are not available, and you need to communicate. You need to speak with someone. What do you fall back on? So take your time and write out your phone contact, especially your phone contact and people's address, email address, phone contact, physical address, residential address. Take your time and write it down. I know it is a lot of work, but by the time you make up your mind that you want to do it, I believe me, it is achievable. So your contact is not just people on your WhatsApp or people on your Facebook or people on your Twitter. Your contact is also people that are offline, people that you meet in your church daily, Don't try and be poke-nosing your mouth in something that doesn't concern you. Sister Maggie, you did not come to church last week. Hope you are okay. Hope everything is fine. I was even thinking maybe you are sick. No, you are pouring yourself too much on them. And it doesn't add value to you. It is making you losing your value gradually. Sister Maggie, good evening. We did not see you in church last week. Hope all is well with you. Please take care of yourself and go. If they now want to explain further, it is now their decision. It is their choice. If they want to go further and say, last week, I actually traveled to Abia. I went to greet my parents. That's why you did not see me in church. And I say, okay, hope your parents are fine. Say me well to them. Don't start digging deep into things that doesn't concern you. Especially ladies, please. Don't start putting your mouth and your nose in things that doesn't concern you. It doesn't speak well of you. And gradually, you are losing your value. That is that. I've mentioned a lot of things. For people that are just joining us, you might need to go and watch this video again. You might need to watch the replay after I finish this video. This evening, we are talking about how you can manage your contacts. How to manage your contacts online and offline. Good evening, Eileen Ogechi. You're welcome. Thanks for joining me. Now, I have explained a lot of things about contacts, and I don't want to go over them again. Your contact includes your phone number, the people you know, their physical address, their email, the people you have on your friend list on Facebook, social media, all forms of social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the rest of it. Now, another point I want to mention here is respond to wishes online. Now, I told you that contact is not just online alone. We have contact offline and online, but now I'm talking specifically about contact online. Some of you, I said this table is going to break. I am shaking this table and it will break, and I don't care. Now, pick your own and leave the rest. Some of you online, you will be doing birthday. People will take the pains to come online to come and say, happy birthday, long life and prosperity. For you to open your mouth now or to open your hands and type thank you is a problem for you. What are you feeling like? Can you explain to me? Somebody should type in the comment section. What are you feeling like? Please type in the comment section. Type in the comment section. What are you feeling like? You're celebrating your daughter's birthday, and people are there saying, happy birthday, girl, long life and prosperity. They are wishing your birthday. They are wishing your daughter long life, prosperity. They are wishing her good health. And for you to say, amen, thank you, man, I appreciate, is a problem for you. See, if you don't want to respond to people's wishes, it is two things. Don't bother to post your picture or anything, or that you are doing birthday or anything. Don't bother to post it. And if it is Facebook that is reminding them, please go and remove it so that Facebook will not remind them. It doesn't add value to you. People greeting you and you fail to recognize their greetings, you fail to appreciate their greetings, it is wrong. It is absolutely wrong. That is not a good way of managing your contacts. That is not a good way of managing your contacts. If people are taking the pains, they could have been doing something else with their time. Damn it, it's not easy. Sometimes I have 40 people celebrating birthday on my timeline a day. At times I have 20, at times I have 5, at times I have 6. It will take me nothing less than 10 minutes, 5 minutes before I send happy birthday wishes to all of them. And for me, I don't just send happy birthday. At least I will add some things. Okay, happy birthday to you. I wish you long life, good health, and prosperity. Or I wish you pleasant surprises in this new year. I wish you good health, blah, blah, blah. I would take pains to type, to say something to you. For you to say thank you, it will be a problem. What are you feeling like? It is wrong. And I have said it that the way you manage your contact is really important. You don't know who is who. And you don't know where you will need their help tomorrow. You don't know whether that person online that you are seeing online as a casual friend will be your next interviewer. Such happens. That you will just go into an interview room and they will just say, good morning, welcome, Adeola Oshideko. I know you on Facebook. You are on my friend request. You just say, eh? So if it is somebody you have abused before, or somebody that have greeted you, you just shun the person or you just ignore the person, then they will use it against you, whether you like it or not. Indirectly or directly, they will use it against you. So it is important for you to understand how to manage your contacts. It is very, very important, whether they are online or they are offline. Some of you, your friend has been coming to your house. You know, I said contact management is two, offline and online. Some of you, your friend has been coming to your house to greet you with her family or with his family. 3 times, 4 times. You have never for once say, okay, let us go and greet them back. It is wrong. What are you feeling like? It is wrong. They could have been sleeping in their own house too, but they have taken the pains to carry themselves and come to your house to come and say hi to you. It doesn't cost you anything to reciprocate the love, the kind gesture, the concern that they have shown to you. Good evening, Bolanle. Bolanle is watching me for the first time. Good evening, Mrs. Patience. Thank you for joining me. Bolanle is actually watching me for the first time. You're welcome, Bolanle. It doesn't cost you anything to go and to go and reciprocate that love they have shown you. Don't be feeling too big when it comes to your contact management. If you know the power of relationship management, then you will take every of your relationship with people serious, whether you have seen them before or you have not seen them before. Good evening. I don't know, maybe it's Mrs. or Mr. Sanusi Abiodun. You're welcome. We are discussing how you can manage your contacts effectively, online and offline. Now, I have said that about responding to wishes on your social media. I've mentioned that. Respond to chats. Don't ignore people. Excuse me. Respond to your chats. Even those people that are saying hello dear, respond to them. This evening, just this evening. Just I do not want to mention it, and I don't want to do a screenshot. If not, I would have done the screenshot and sent to you. Just this evening, Mrs. Nwako, sorry if I did not pronounce your name very well. Chukadiri, please, sorry, I'm not pronouncing your name very well. I'm very, very sorry. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. I'm very sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name very well. Chikaodiri. I hope I can pronounce it very well, but I'm actually very sorry. Good evening, Adiola. Thank you for joining me. I said this evening, someone sent a friend request to me, which I accepted. And he came to my inbox and said, hi, dear. Good evening, dear. How has your day been going, dear? How was your day, dear? Or something. You know, he was just using that dear consistently. And I tell you, I don't just shun people. I give them some warning before I shun them. And I said, good evening. My name is Adiola. I am not dear. And please don't address me as dear again. That particular word, dear, I don't like it. He now said, I'm sorry. I actually have a lot of people like that they will come back and say, oh, I'm sorry. I never know you will get offended. Please don't be offended. And I will say, okay, no problem. And we will continue to be friends. I don't just shun people. Some people will say, I bring people out to my timeline. I don't just bring people to my timeline, except I have warned you so many times and I can see that you are actually doing that thing intentionally. That is when I will not bring you out to disgrace you. So, when I told him, he said, oh, I am sorry. I never knew you don't like it. Sorry, my new friend. You know, he jokingly just said it. African mentality. I don't mean anything. No, I'm just, you know, I'm just my normal self. I'm just saying, dear, not like I mean anything. And I said, I know you don't mean anything. But for me personally, I find that word very disrespectful and very rude. You don't know me. You have not seen me before. We have not spoken before. We've not chatted before. And the next thing is, hello, dear. It is wrong. Please don't use it for me again. And he said, no problem. Don't worry. I won't use it for you again. And that settles it. And thereafter, he asked me, how is your family? How is your husband and your children? I said, they are fine. How is work? They are fine. Where are you from? I said, Ogun State. So don't ignore people. Even if they have done something that is wrong, correct them. If there are people that have genuine intention, you know what I mean by genuine intention? Not those people that have come to your inbox to harass you or to come and toast you. If there are people that have genuine and good intention, they will always apologize and say, oh, I am sorry. Good evening, Mr. Lawrence. Good evening, Folashade. Thank you for joining me. They will apologize to you and they will say, oh, I am actually very sorry. I never knew this is going to get you offended. Bolanle is saying I have to address it. Yes, exactly. That is what we are doing. It is wrong for you to go to people's inbox for the first time. At least maintain a level of relationship with them first. Please, if you are enjoying this video, I know I have quite a number of you online. Please share. Press the share button. This is something we need to educate ourselves about. This is an educative program. This is an enlightening program where people can learn a lot of things about how they can manage their contacts and how they can manage their relationship with people. And I will be rounding up this program very, very soon. I've talked about responding to wishes online. I've talked about responding to your chats. Don't ignore anybody in the chat room. Don't say, what was this one? Why what is it? Respond to them. If you don't have the time to talk to them, tell them that, oh, I am very busy at this time. I will not be able to attend to you. Can we talk some other time? And the person will say, okay, no problem. We'll talk later. Thank you. Never ignore anybody. Never. Return your missed calls. Some of us, we are fond of that thing. When people call you, you will see the missed call and you will refuse to return it. It is wrong. When you see a missed call on your phone or you miss the call, try and call them back. If you cannot call them back at that moment, try and send a chat or a message. Oh, I am sorry. I missed your call. I was in a meeting when your call came in. Please allow me or permit me to call you back in the next 15 minutes or in the next 20 minutes. At least those people, they will know that they are still important to you. Not that you just ignore their call and assume that nothing is happening. It is wrong. Also, just like I said, you should always return missed call. Try and return messages too. Always try and return people's messages. When you see a message from someone, try and respond or reply to their message. And lastly, as I will be rounding up this program, remember that the internet never forgets. Let me repeat myself. I said the internet never forgets. So whatever you are doing today, remember that someday, somebody is going to stumble on it and use it against you. So be very careful when you're trying to manage your contact online. Just like the internet never forgets, people also never forget some things. When you say something to someone today, they will record it down in their memory. And 20 years later, they will replay it for you. If you are somebody like me, I will replay it for you word for word. 20 years to this time, I will replay that particular thing for you word for word. I am very, very, very smart when it comes to remembering things. Did I remember to tell you that I'm a first class graduate? Yes, I am. So I am very, very intelligent. People that are close to me know will understand what I'm saying. If you tell me something today, I will give you back exactly the way you tell me in the next 20 years, word for word. In fact, I will tell you where you are standing. I will tell you where you were sitting down. I will tell you the kind of clothes you were putting on when you were saying that thing. I will tell you what time and what date. So remember that the internet never forgets, and also there are some people that never forget some things. They store it in their memory. So when you are managing your contact with people, when you are relating with people, be conscious of that fact, because one day they will need to go and replay or go and revisit what you have said or what you have typed, and they will hold it against you. So that brings us to the end. That brings us to the end of this show this evening. Thank you for joining me. This is a show that I anchor every Monday between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. For people that are just joining us, please try and watch the replay of this video. And what we just discussed today is how we can manage our contact effectively online and offline. So once again, good evening. My name is Omoba Beni Adeola Oshideko. I am a public speaker, I am a writer, I am a training consultant, and I am a published author. I will see you all once again next week, Monday, when we will be discussing another sensitive, interesting, and educative topic. Do not forget to share this video with your friends if you have gotten value from it. Thank you once again, and do have a pleasant night rest. Bye.